everyone! It's been a while since I've last talked in front of the camera, but today I'm back with another lesson, and this has been very requested many times, and today I'll be giving you guys a tutorial on how to arrange a song for fingerstyle guitar. Now, another highly requested song was Sparkle by Rad Wimps from the anime Your Name, or Kimi No Na Wa. So I'll be teaching you guys today how to arrange your Sparkle for the fingerstyle guitar. First off, we're going to look at the tuning. Now, usually some guitarists like to explore and use different weird, well not weird, but kind of cool tunings at times. I usually just stick to, the standard tuning. My guitars are in a whole step down from standard tuning, which means that right now they're in D, G, C, F, A, D instead of the regular, E, A, D, G, B, E. Since my guitar is a whole step down, I'm going to be putting a capo on 2nd fret so that, it's essentially in standard tuning now. So now, next step is we're going to listen to the song, and I would suggest using headphones, that way you can hear the bass notes and stuff. And so we're going to first, what I usually do is I find out the bass notes or the root notes of the chords. That way I can, tell kind of what key we're in and stuff like that. So I'm just going to be arranging the chorus of Sparkle, but I'm going to listen to the intro so I can kind of figure out what the chords are. That way I'm not just going in, kind of blind, not really knowing what the song is in. So we're going to listen to the intro. Okay, so starting with the piano. Okay, so what I'm listening for right now is, if you can hear the piano, it has that melody kind of thing that's going on, that thing that's going on in the background. But we also have these bass notes that the piano is also playing right there. It's like on the first beat of that triplet kind of feel. That right there. So we're going to figure out what those notes are, and those will probably help us figure out the chords. So here we go. Let's figure out what it is. Oops. So I think I figured out the bass notes. As you can see, I was just playing around and just trying to find the notes. And usually what's helpful is that if you find the first notes, or the first note, which I believe in our case is an E flat, it will help you to figure out the other notes. Because, you can tell the first note is here, and then it seems like the notes are going up. So, it's easy to figure out notes after that. So since I said that the first note I think is an E flat, yeah, it's an E flat. So I'm actually going to put the capo on the 1st fret, which means that you guys in standard tuning can now tune your guitars down a half step, because I believe it's an E flat minor, and it'll be a lot easier to just tune it down so that now it's an E minor and F major, instead of any weird kind of E flat, E major, F sharp major. So I think we have the chords. Let me check one time again. So now that we figure out the chords and kind of what key we are in, we're now actually go ahead to what we're going to be arranging today, which is the chorus part. Now once again, what I'm trying to look for right now is the chords, and I'm basically just going to try to look out or listen to the piano and the low bass notes that's playing, so I can try to figure it out. So again, I would recommend using headphones if you have it, so you can hear the bass notes a little bit better, but for now, we'll just have to deal with it. Well, okay, I think I figured out one chord. There is an E major chord in here. You can hear that major third of the C major scale, which is usually a minor third. So I believe what the chords are, from just listening to the bass notes, we have the E minor to the F to the G to the C. There's no in between the C and the E major, which I cannot exactly figure out. Might be A minor, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, and then it goes to some other strange key. Now, at times where you can kind of get the chord, but you're not exactly sure, sometimes what I actually do, kind of cheat a little bit, and I'll actually try to look up the chords online. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do for now. These anime songs tend to be a little more fast-paced, and they're definitely harder to arrange than, your simple 4-chord pop songs. So I think we're going to go ahead and look up the chords, and this is, what I did before in the beginning when I was still trying to learn how to arrange exactly. I just looked up Sparkle guitar chords or Sparkle Kimi No Na Wa chords, and I found one on Tab's Ultimate Guitar. We're going to use that to help us a little bit because this chorus part is a bit trickier than the beginning. So we have and usually when I find these tabs online, I just play along with it with the song in the back just to make sure, this is making sense and it's not some of it just random chords. So we have, so here we go. Here we have the chorus. So the chords, I think, helped us a little bit for those last two lines. So then, for those last two lines, we have an A minor to an F major, to a C major to a G major, and then to an A minor, F, C, G, and then it changes the key to this kind of B flat major chord. And then I think it goes back to G major. So we're not necessarily changing keys, we're just adding in a little new bright chord that kind of surprises, but we're still going back to the G major. So now that we have the chords, once again, we can just quickly check to make sure. Let's go back a little bit. Then it goes into the bridge part. So we figure out the chords just by figuring out the bass notes, and then building upon that to find out the chords. And so now that we have the chords, we can try to figure out the melody. And now that we have the chords, the melody actually is a bit easier to find out because you can just play around and find the notes. So let's try it. So like I said, for the bass or the chord notes, you want to figure out the first note, and after you have that first note, it's a lot easier to find out the rest of the notes. So we're starting off with a G, and then you can hear it goes down, and it doesn't go down by much, so you can kind of find out that it's just, just a couple intervals that goes down the first note. So we have actually pretty easy just to follow along. You know, it just starts with the G, and then the first line, when the second line comes, it goes back to that G, and it kind of repeats again, and then it just changes a little bit. So for me, the melody is usually the easiest part to find out. And luckily for us, there are no major skips or like that goes really high or low. It's pretty much the notes are pretty close together. And also, if you're having trouble figuring out the melody, you can also sing the melody and just kind of sing the note and then kind of match it with the note on the guitar. And, you know, that might help you too as well if you're having trouble. So now that we have the melody, it just plays around with the chord, the notes from C to G. And now that we have figured out the melody, we can put the chords and the melody together, and that's, you know, where the song becomes more of a fingerstyle song. We're gonna play it again, and we're gonna try to follow along with playing both the chords and the melody. And by usually just, you know, if you're trying to play chords and melody for the first time, a lot of times you're just gonna play the melody and then have the bass note or the root note of the chords in the background. And so we'll go ahead and play it just to make sure everything's intact and everything's right. So that last bit where it goes into the B flat major is still a bit shaky, so I'm going to try So now that's pretty much it, really. We have the melody, you have the chords, and then you just put them together and just that's pretty much it. And now you can add on, of course, other special effects that you want to add, you know, maybe some harmonics or some percussion. Usually, you know, you just put the basic thumb slap, which is, I think, what I've been doing the entire song. Or whatever the song goes like. And just adding thumb slap helps, you know, maintain the beat and the rhythm of the song. And you can add other techniques that you want. And if you want to learn more about percussion techniques, I actually have another tutorial on that, which you can check out here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you arrange a song for a fingerstyle guitar. I think these are just the main basic elements. Of course, you can add on many other things, but if you just want to kind of get the fundamentals and the basics and just kind of a background of really just how to do it, I think this is pretty much it. Just learning the melody and the chords and putting them together. That's really all you need, and then some percussion. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be uploading a full arrangement of this song in my next video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!